Cooper here, another episode, driving down the road of my opinion. My opinion that there's so many things that we parents in the 2000s need to really share with our kids. Had a lot of conversations at the office about kids and hearing what kids are doing and what kids are saying to their parents and some of the disrespect out there that kids are actually displaying, and some of the disrespect that kids are actually displaying, and it's a hidden disrespect. So I'm going to say this bluntly. If you are under the age of 30, still living on anybody else's dime, what I mean by that is if somebody else is paying rent and you're not paying rent, or maybe you're helping a little bit, or you're not paying at all, you're not paying your phone bill, your food bill, your gas bill, or you're living off of anybody else's money, or you're running back to the parents and asking them for money, you are not living on your own. If you're working minimum wage jobs, multiple minimum wage jobs, and still having to borrow money from everybody else, or they're freely giving you money to do whatever you're doing, buy food, cigarettes, or whatever the case may be, or if you're wasting money on anything other than trying to live, you're not living on your own. And if you have money for all kinds of other things that you are spending your money on, and then you're going to disrespect your parents in reference to not doing better by yourself, you're not on your own. And if you're talking to your parents, mother or father, in any type of derogatory fashion after, you're wrong. If you think you know it all just because you turned over 18, trust me, your world is idealistic and uneducated, and it doesn't have the proof of soundness of time. No, you can't go out and buy the car that your mom and dad have worked for 40 years to get. No, you can't have the house that mom and dad have worked extremely hard to get. Yes, you may want it. Yes, you might be able to fall into it. Yes, oh, guess what? Mom and dad might pay for it so that you can have a safe place to be. But if that's happening, it's because of your parents and not because of your own doing. Selfishness has an ugly face, because guess what? An individual who is an individual child who thinks that they are doing it all, what happens is you'll find an individual who works job to job and always finds something to complain about all those that work at that job. So they leave that job. And then the next job, they have somebody that it's always somebody else's fault and never their doing. It's always somebody else's fault and never their doing. And they leave that next job. And then the next job. And then the next job. Until they can never maintain work, because it's always somebody else's fault. Now, the only fault that it is the person that always has something that they're taking with them. Probably the child. So, male or female, predominantly most males do this type of thing, back talking and belittling their mothers. If you ever think that is correct, you're wrong. Because your mother is the only one on the planet who has gave birth to you or provided for your every single need every day of your existence. But their job is not to do that forever. Their job is to get you on your 2 feet, get you educated so that you can stand on your own 2 feet and take care of yourself. There is absolutely no reason after 21 that you haven't graduated from college or invested in yourself in tech school or some type of, even if you go to a working job and you get yourself a career there where you're working a job that you're able to provide for yourself and your family. Because having kids early is not being productive, because if you do that, then society has to take care of you, so you're not on your own. If you're not being respectful, you're not on your own. You don't need the latest and greatest cell phone. You don't need the latest and greatest car. You don't need the latest and greatest stereo system. You work for those types of things. I think back to when I was in high school, Dad said, you want it, go work and buy it. Dad never paid for my cell phone, never paid for my car insurance, never bought my car, never did any of those things, never paid for my college. Now, the benefit was, though, if I needed help, I could get help. But I didn't expect it. It wasn't an expectation that I was going to go and just have money shelled out at me. If I went to my dad and asked for money, had to go to him and ask him, you got a job I can do? Never could I ask for money. You got Mr. Macmillan, anybody got work that I can go do? He'd make a phone call, I'd be working. There's no money tree. But in today's society, many of the kids are thinking that, if the parents give them a course of action or set expectations that are high, I gotta bail because they're making me do something. No, they're trying to make you have a way of life. They're trying to make you have a good life. But if you don't want to follow that and you want to deal with drugs and alcohol, you'll end up hurt, dead, in debt, having problems, always. Your problems will not go away. Your problems will not medicate away. Your problems will not friend and jump friend and girlfriend or girlfriend to girlfriend jump away, or boyfriend and boyfriend to boyfriend jump away. Your problems won't go away that way, because you will be the problem. You'll be the one that's disrespectful. You'll be the one that only calls when you want something. You'll be the one that tries to avoid home when the parents are there. Why? Because you want to steal something or do something, or you only call when you want something, or you want to call, the only time that you call with a positive conversation is when you're calling with a half lie. The half lie of, you're doing so great. The half lie of, I'm doing this, but I need your help because my car broke down. The half lie of, I bought a junk car, so guess what? Bail me out. The half lie. I heard my wife say to an individual, when you're on your feet for a year and you're paying your own way, then you can say you're on your own. But if at any point in time you borrow a dime from anyone, you are not on your own. Are there times in life where people had to get loans and borrow from friends and family? Yep, that's true. But they also paid them back. Half these kids nowadays borrow or take with no intentions of ever paying back, which is totally wrong. So it's my opinion that we as parents have to do a better job of telling kids what's right and wrong, where money comes from, what the value of the dollar is, how hard life is after you get out of high school, how much work you have to do in order to have any success in any goal to achieve anything. Just my opinion.